Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Friday, May 30th, 2025, and I'm doing a collective read for you. As you know, it's a timeless read. I don't use the signs, I don't use the genders. So the way to know if this is your reading is through the description of the characters as well as the storyline. So take what applies, toss the rest, don't try to make things fit if it doesn't. You may switch the genders of the roles as you need to throughout the read. That's not a problem. Just remember, these are general collective readings. It's not a personalized reading. There's thousands of people here with thousands of different energies, okay? So please use your higher wisdom and discernment. I'll bring out the tarot cards. I'll give you the description of the cards as well as what I'm picking up intuitively. You know your story best. It could be all the cards, some one and or none, as I stated. And then we bring it together at the end. Thank you for being here. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Thank you for being here. I love you. Let's see what Spirit wants to talk about. Spirit guides, guardian angels. Oh, okay, that was quick. Truth. Reconciliation, I just heard in my head. 20, that's judgment. It boils down to a 2 high priestess. So the truth hasn't been spoken, but somebody's going to have to speak it. You used your intuition, your wisdom. You know, I think you already know what this is all about. You just haven't spoken your truth yet. It could be for you or someone else. But something needs to be balanced, okay? It's got to be fair. Somebody may want a second chance with you. Could be a spiritual awakening for someone and or a wake-up call. Somebody needs to take accountability. Overarching energy. Bottom of the deck's the underlying energy, spiritual strength. So you're speaking the truth. You've been speaking the truth all along if this is you. There could be an investigation. Somebody's finding something out. That's the Hermit. You could be in isolation right now or have been in isolation, but you've never been alone, okay? You're totally surrounded by spirit. This was possibly an opportunity for you to grow spiritually, I should say. You're very wise. You have a direct connection with Source. Could be shining a light on something. If there's an investigation, a judgment's been called, a judgment's been rendered. You made the right call or the right choices here. To alienate yourself from a situation, to move away from it and let it proceed, or what's the word I'm looking for? Let it play out, let's say. Okay. Yep, awareness. You're totally aware of what was going on. So you are co-creating with the divine, okay? You are manifesting something new. You have conscious awareness of what was going on. Your crown chakra's lit. You have a lot of spiritual strength here, okay? You're going to be taking some sort of action. You have all the tools you need for success. You're very focused on what you need to do. You hold the power, let's say. Congratulations. No more suffering in silence. No more hiding and cloaking how hurt you've been, or this is somebody else, okay? They're hiding and cloaking a lot. They don't want to be alone. They don't want to heal. They don't want to be alone. They don't want to go within. Hiding and cloaking how loving you are. Somebody's trying to hide that. You kept your heart chakra open. You could be male or female, place the genders where it belongs, but this is the Emperor, you know, bossing up, taking back your power, having some form of authority, whether it's spiritual, 3D, or both, making the right decisions. Typically, it's somebody of an older age that's established. It could be a father, a boss, and or a leader. It could be a female in this energy. It could be a divine masculine energy. But if it is a divine masculine, this is the type of energy that takes action. They don't sit on their laurels and wait. If it's a divine feminine, they attract. They don't take action. But this is the masculine side of it. And we have both within each and every one of us, masculine and feminine. So it doesn't really matter what gender. Somebody's taking back their power. Somebody has a lot of power. Choose wisely. You made the right choices, or somebody in the equation is going to make a decision about the situation. There's been a lot of illusions, a lot of finger pointing and blaming. Yeah, partnerships are falling apart. It could be a third-party situation. It could be a collaboration that's not panning out. They're parting ways. They don't get along. Somebody could have multiple options if it is a third-party situation, or it's a false contract. So somebody's trying to find a way out of a situation, I just heard. It could be a contract here. Somebody's not cooperative. They're not cooperating with you or someone else. Somebody's lazy, don't want to put the work in, and disrespectful. Yeah, they broke the law, or it's a divorce or separation. It could even be corruption, wisdom in reverse. This person's not very wise here, okay? It could be a crooked judge or leader. It could be an institution that's going down. Lack of faith, no trust, false contract. Yep, they're losing material and spiritual prosperity. 6. This is the Lovers in reverse. There's definitely an imbalance. Somebody made some poor choices here, and they have to suffer the consequences. Didn't use their higher wisdom. If it's a parting of ways with a karmic, somebody's very toxic and karmic, you don't need that shit, okay? It's their way or the highway. There's definitely no harmony, okay? No more harm. There's no harmony wherever this is or whomever this is. It could be false contracts yet again. But you're definitely aware of what this is. So it's quite early. I know it's kind of going around in circles. Let's wait and see where we're going to go with this. So a decision's been rendered. You remain balanced throughout the whole ordeal, whatever this is. You made the right choices. Change. This is a time for change now. Transformation, newborn, and evolution. You have evolved. Things are changing now rapidly, potentially something to do with a newborn for some of you, not all, okay? But this is the butterfly coming out of the chrysalis, right? You're no longer the same person any longer. I'm also picking up some people might have projected onto you, assumed, jumped to conclusions, wanted you to be a certain type of person, wanted you to be that person that they claimed you were, and you're not. Commitment, oath, agreement, pledge, and promise. So this might have something to do with marriage, a commitment of some sort, or an oath of office, a pledge. Somebody may be coming back towards you to promise you stuff about finances, work problems. Okay, so it can have something to do with work. It could be a pledge of office, allegiance, anything like that. It could be marriage. It could be anything, okay? Somebody has to come and make peace with you or settle something with you. I just heard they're drawing up an agreement. I don't know if this is with you or with the courts or with an institution or work. Something to do with finances and a contract, money problems, work, success, and fortune. So it has a lot to do with money and work, and somebody's not being altruistic here, okay? You have a lot of talent, born with features and personality. You have a beautiful personality. Whatever you do, it's great. You're very talented. People are seeing that. They don't want you being paid for what you do. They want to get paid for. This could be like something so sleazy as like a talent agent or lawyer or manager trying to pilfer from you. Pardon me. It could be somebody working for some sort of organization, police, courts, that, they had taken oath in office. It could be military. It could be anything. It could be politicians, and they're crooked as all get-go. So it definitely has something to do with finances. So we'll go where the money cards are, see what's going on here. So somebody made some changes. It could be a new boss stepped in. You know what I'm saying? If it's work. It could be, if it's a relationship, you left. You might be going to court with this person. If it's family, same thing. Where are we going with this? This is truth. Truth is coming out. The truth is going to change things for you and the whole situation. It's going to transform everything. So, broken dream, not working as planned, beginning to lose all hope. Keep the faith, don't give up. So there could have been a lot of changes as of late in your life or in your work situation. Half-hearted, not really into what you do. No motivation to change. Find your joy, invest in yourself. So somebody's not into it, whether it's a relationship or work. And it's showing. Or not wanting to work with certain people. So help her. Think before you offer help and set healthy time boundaries. Look into jobs like cashier, sales, or call center roles where you can assist others. Make sure your goals align with your own desires and not others. So just, I got a family member. It doesn't matter whether you're working or not. You could be working full-time, doing your own thing. They think they can come in and they think they can tell you what kind of job is best for you. And they'll line it up, okay? They'll get the addresses, the phone numbers, everything, and browbeat you into applying. And you're like, well, I already work. You know what I mean? And half the time it's not even in the same community. But that's what I'm picking up here. Somebody thinks they know best for you. Something's taken off for you. Congratulations. Things will take off quicker than you expected. Now's a good time to take action. There's no stopping you now. It would help to establish a clearer plan before moving forward. So if it has something to do with business, always have a business plan. Have a plan in place, okay? and try to meet those standards, those goals. Okay, and don't overdo it. Don't put too much pressure on your shoulders. But whatever you're doing is about to take off. And it's going to bring a lot of change here. Okay? A change for the better is headed your way. Embrace it. Not seeing movement doesn't mean nothing's happening. Sometimes you must embody the change you want to see. So if there's still more things that you need to do to better the situation, go ahead and do it. Okay, you might have had a lot of obstacles or some obstacles, stumbling blocks to hurdle tests of faith and willpower. Get perspective and keep going. Yeah, somebody's plotting against you. Get rich quick schemes, bad investments, risky plan, think long-term, safe strategy. There's a big shift coming. So that means that there's a tower coming in. So you're taking your career in a totally different direction. Have the courage to change course, continue to grow and embrace learning. You've reached the end of the road where you can't continue. So that could be for you or them or whoever. Somebody's unfulfilled. They're never going to be satisfied. Okay? Again, twice. These are two different decks, by the way. Unfulfilled, unfulfilled. They're hammering that home. It's a small world. Harmful gossip at work, telecommuting, on the go, new adventures and reputation. Somebody's trying to hurt you. Your reputation, whether it's business and or personal or both. Comfort. While you may not be wealthy, you will live comfortably. You're about to enter the most comfortable period of your life. Your finances are in a state of balance. Okay? Don't be afraid. I know, it's easier said than done. Don't be afraid. But really, if you're fearing something, then chances are you might be manifesting it, okay? So get that out of your head right now. Do what you must do, what you can do at this time, but don't overthink it. Truth. You know the truth. You know your truth. Change. You need change maybe. Broken dreams. Not everything's going to work out the way we envision, right? And that you have to be okay with this. Somebody's missing you. Miss, wait, or eager. Okay, somebody's eager to reconnect, maybe. I don't know. Silence. Keep silent, coercion, and hint. Somebody wants somebody to keep silent about a situation. Or you're keeping silent. Somebody's trying to coerce you to do something or someone else. Somebody's getting the hint here, taking the hint. Somebody's very depravity. Tyrant, spy, misfortune, seduction. Forgotten person. Core past, old friends. This could have something to do with an old friend or something to do with your past. Somebody's feeling very tormented. Anxiety, bondage, depression, and troubled. Intuition, sixth sense, intuition, subconscious. You are the phoenix rising. You are rising from the ashes. Somebody left you in, or, I've done it myself. My own doing left myself in ashes. So it doesn't mean that somebody put you there. We put ourselves there sometimes, right? But this is resurrection, sublimation, piety, and infinity. And or somebody wants to have a second chance. You know what I'm saying? You're very wise. You've gained some wisdom here throughout life. I mean, our challenges, our tests, our lessons, that's what brings experiential wisdom. Prudence, foresight, transcendence, and perception. You have a higher perception. You're very wise, okay? Keep going. You could be in some sort of work that has something to do with counseling others, giving advice. I don't know what this is. It could be anything, really. Guard. You're on guard, maybe. Protect, escort, and teach. You could be a teacher as well. This escort, I don't know what this is. Somebody could have said you were an escort. You're protecting yourself. Protect all that somebody has addictions. Drug, alcohol, obsession, toxic attachment. Or somebody said that you were an escort and you had addictions and they're trying to malign you, right? Miracles coming here. Dreams come true. Get what you want. Congratulations. You made it through something that maybe most people don't. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I just heard somebody here took a novel approach, whatever that means. So we have truth, 20, change, broken dreams, miss you. So this person could have finagled, stolen, maligned, tried to stop you from being you, who you're meant to be. Something's going on here. It could be a commitment or like an oath of office. Somebody made promises to you they can't keep. You're very spiritually strong here. There could be an investigation here. And now they're looking back and they're missing you. They had it. They shouldn't have did what they did. And they're regretting. I'm really picking up a sense of dread and regret. Where are we going with this, Spirit? Thank you, Spirit. So we have a 2 of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody's in debt. Somebody's unbalanced, not fair. Can't play any more games. No more options. Somebody dropped the ball, right? Thought they were going to profit from something, but it turned out to be a loss. They can't keep doing what they were doing. They can't keep... something's out of whack. It's not balanced. They could be in debt, borrowing from Peter to pay Paul. Somebody's on the run, 6 of Swords, or somebody's in a period of transition here. Okay, you're ending a cycle to begin a new one, so you're in the in-between potentially. Waiting for the new life to start type of thing. You have to put distance between your past and your future, right? You don't want it to bleed into one another type of thing. Or somebody wants to come meet you in calm waters, or somebody's traveling. You could be traveling. Somebody could be on the run as well. You're moving on. You're going to a happier place. Somebody wants to come and speak some truth to you. Male or female, Queen of Swords. This is a very discerning energy. Very calm, cool, collected. Intelligent, wise, and intuitive. They've seen it before. They've gone through a lot. They speak nothing but the truth, right? Set some boundaries and cut people out that don't belong. This could be a professional as well. It doesn't have to be you. It could be anybody speaking some truths. Something about moving and or traveling. Or somebody's coming to meet you in calm waters to speak some truths to you. Somebody's getting cut out of something potentially. Could be a doctor as well. Could be an STD, and or somebody's trying to block you from speaking your truth. You could be a speaker of some sort. No new beginnings. Somebody doesn't want you having new beginnings, new passion, opportunities, growth, or expansion. Somebody doesn't want you to take action. Or somebody spoke some truths and nobody took action. Take it for whatever it is. Bottom of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Somebody's a gold digger and a cloud chaser, but this is change as well. This is destiny, fate. They're trying to block your destiny or your fate, or block this change. Like I said, there's change happening here. They're trying to block this. Or they block themselves. Something, like, how certain laws change every now and then? I'm just giving you an example. I'm not saying this is what it is. I'm just giving you an example. In taxes, every year there's certain changes that they do to tax laws and stuff like that. You can either get more tax credits or less, or you can't claim this anymore. That's what I'm saying. There's a change here that's screwing somebody up. Yeah, there's a third-party situation or collaboration or contract here. Somebody needs some help. They're working together. Something to do with your creations, your work. You mastered something here. Somebody's watching you work. I heard you turn things around. So maybe you were in a very, very bad place at one point. And you turned it around somehow. Could be a contract here, okay? That's going to yield. Page of Wands. So somebody needs some help. They're collaborating here with a contract. Somebody's assessed the situation. Page of Wands. Could be a younger person. Doesn't have to be. But you took a different approach for sure. You have a lot of creation. A lot of inspiration. This is good news. Okay? It's good. You're collaborating with some sort of message coming towards you. Somebody needs help to communicate something to you. Somebody's hurting for money. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Or this was unfair. They're having financial difficulties, or they placed you and collaborated to place you in financial difficulties to make you look unstable. Whether it's intentional or not. I'm picking up intention though. This is fraud and/or theft. Can no longer do business. King of Pentacles. This is corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority. It's all about their image and what money can buy. This is somebody that's very greedy, selfish, superficial, materialistic, money motivated, a bully, lazy and jealous, always looking at what people own because that's what they want. If you have something they want and that they don't have, they must have it. It's a person that loves the get quick rich schemes. Okay, male or female, place the genders where it belongs. So there's been some fraud going on here. This is somebody that's very jealous and lazy, corrupt. They broke the law. An institution might be held liable because of it if they're working for an institution where this is concerned. Could be an ex-husband, as well. It doesn't have to be, it could be a female. This could be a divorce or separation, false contract, corruption, crooked judge or leader. Somebody maybe was getting their palms greased. You know what I'm saying? Somebody had somebody in their pocket doing whatever they were doing, getting rich quick, right? Yeah. Five of Swords. This is embarrassing and disgraceful. They want to let this go, or they're going to let go. They're holding a grudge here. They're out of options, I just heard. Five of Swords. It could be a crooked judge or leader that's getting let go. It's embarrassing. It's going to be embarrassing to the institution, potentially. If you're working for them, and or if it's something totally different that's nothing to do with work. Three of Wands. They didn't see this coming. Didn't know, no foresight. Didn't want to let go. It didn't serve. Their plans are falling apart, and they're not prepared for this. They can't move forward. They can't move on from this. Their ships aren't coming in. No more plans. No more plots here. Seven of Wands. False accusations or allegations. They didn't stand up, protect you or your interest or your honor. You're feeling overwhelmed and defeated. Could have been an attack of some sort. Could be a verbal attack, physical, spiritual. They have no defense for what they've done. Two of Swords. They didn't see this coming, or they're not going to. They're acting like a victim, though. Two of Swords in the upright. Didn't see this coming. There's mental conflict. They're in denial. They're denying something. People are blocking them, potentially. You could be ignoring them, or somebody else is ignoring them. Indecisive. You could be doing divination, doesn't have to be, or this could be a younger person, or somebody's trying to block a payment, or a payment has been blocked. Blocking somebody from gathering information. Somebody's learning something. Yep, Seven of Swords. Somebody got caught and they have to come clean. Wow, they're not getting away with whatever this is. Somebody's coming in with a bunch of flowers for you. They're going to give you your flowers. They want to be friends or lovers. It could be past lover. I don't know, something to do with supporting. They want peace here. They have to put something to rest with you. So somebody's coming with their tail between their legs. They got caught doing something, and they have to admit to what they've done. They have to discuss this with you. I don't know if this actual person's coming in. Somebody's letting something go. Somebody didn't give a shit, okay? So they can't bind you. They can't stop you. They can't restrict you. Somebody wants to be freed from something. They're not renting space in your head. They can't create obstacles in your way any longer. They got to let this go, or somebody's getting let go. Somebody feels like a fool. Somebody was played for a fool, or they thought you were a fool, but you're innocent. You have a new beginning. You took a leap of faith. Somebody's heartbroken. They feel like a fool. You're innocent. So if they accused you of anything, you're definitely innocent. You've got a new beginning here, and you're not taking much with you. Most of the Fool cards, they only have a small satchel. You don't have any good memories coming from where you are, whether it's work, family, love, friends. Okay? You're taking a leap of faith. You're not looking back. This could be a heartbreak. It certainly broke your heart, or this person's going to be heartbroken. Yeah, this is competition, conflict, fighting, jealousy, drama. It's a bunch of people here. Somebody's mentally conflicted, potentially. There's a lot of fucking strife coming up. Somebody's really battling something. They could be battling each other if there's more people involved. Six of Cups. They give out false or misleading information. Somebody could have lost a child, or this, if it's a relationship, is unrequited. It doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be friends, and family, and or business. It was not equally yoked here. You gave more than they did. You know what I mean? There could have been a lot of trauma bonding. You're not going back to the past. If it's a relationship, somebody wanted you to be an option. You're not going to be an option. It's unrequited love. You're the Empress. Wow. If it involves your family ain't shit. You don't have any good memories. It could be a pregnancy or a mature woman. It could be a divine feminine energy as well. You're very creative, down to earth, unconditional love. Somebody wanted control over you. Just heard that loud and clear. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. They can no longer delay something. Somebody was very unfaithful. And it could be a pregnancy that it's not yours, if that's just the situation. Somebody's very unfaithful, immature, irresponsible, can't be relied on. Or that's what they said about this Empress, this divine feminine energy. This is not going anywhere. They can't stop you any longer. They can't come correct. They didn't give you a payment. They could have intercepted your money or your mail secretly. There's a lot of secrets and illusions here. The moon. Somebody's in their emotions. They can't come near you because you're highly intuitive. Oh, yes. There's got a lot of secrecy going on here. Much is hidden. And they were planning on keeping it hidden. These people are lazy. They're non-committal. Somebody didn't want to commit to you, whether it's love, family, friend, or business. They were working against you behind your back. Nothing was as it seemed. Okay, put it back in, they said. Where are we going with the moon here, please, Spirit? There's a lot of confusion. Why they can't proceed, why you didn't get paid. King of Wands, somebody bit off more than they can chew. This could be a warlock as well. Somebody could have hired practitioners, or this is just a poser posing as some sort of leader, but it's really a coward and a fucking follower. They have no morals, ethics, or honor, and they're always angry. It's a poser. King of Wands reverse and Queen of Wands, you're standing in your power. They don't care. They didn't care. This could be somebody else. You're standing in your power. You're creating something new, moving forward. This could be the police coming through. Something to do with a car or travel or movement. You overcame, persevered. Okay, you're in control. You grabbed hold of the reins. You're in control of your own life. This is radical acceptance. They need to admit what they've done. They need to take accountability and ownership. You have direction, structure, and discipline in your life. They need to bring back balance to a situation. This is universally driven, and this is victory. You overcame whatever this is. You're stable and secure. You're very protected. This could be the police coming through the chariot or some form of authority coming towards you. Somebody was trying to hold you back. This is awareness that somebody was trying to play mind games with you, cause a lot of upset, a lot of drama in your life to distract you from whomever was stealing whatever this is. They were putting on a show. See, that's a stage, okay? You might be famous. You might be in the arts, some sort of art. They're stealing, yeah. Left you out in the cold, at a lack and loss, on the outside looking in. Somebody's confidence got really, really dinged here. But this is also spiritual poverty. This could be you got left out in the cold. Nobody wanted to tell you the truth. Maybe they stonewalled you, or this is them. They're going towards lack and loss. Yeah, they could have wanted, something could have been physical. They need to go they have to recover some monies. They need to go and heal. They may want forgiveness. Something physical, potentially. They could be threatening somebody that I'm going to hurt this person or that person if you don't, or I'm going to hurt myself. If anybody's threatening you in any kind of way, or your loved ones, I hope that you're going to pick up the phone and call the authorities, okay? Don't play around. You don't know what's at the back of somebody's mind. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. You could have been living in poverty for a while, male or female, because of these people. They were living quite the life, traveling all over the world. Meanwhile, you were counting your nickels. You know what I'm saying? Cutting back, making things stretch. You know what I mean? But this is something that's very greedy and selfish, a gold digger and a clout chaser, male or female, materialistic, lazy, jealous, manipulative. You can't trust them. They're unfaithful. Yeah, something to do with a partnership. Jealous of a partnership. Jealous that you have harmony in your life. They could have been jealous of your partner, if you have one, or your family, somebody's relationship in your family, friend, could be anything. Pardon me. I'm really picking up. They let you down. Yeah, they stole some money. They wanted you to miss opportunities. They wanted you in debt. It looks like they're going to be, yeah, they're scared. Could be injured, scared. This is a scandal. They don't want to heal. They can't heal. Yeah, okay, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Somebody could be addicted to pills, and they ran out of money, or they ran out of pills, and they're going through it. So money's missing. Somebody's in debt. They try to put you into debt. They didn't give you a payment that they owed you. They wanted you to look unstable. Crazy even, maybe. Yep. Magician in the upright. There we go. You're taking some sort of action. You're co-creating with the divine, like I said. You're very focused. You're manifesting something new. You know that there was a false contract here, or somebody that was very toxic and karmic. There was an imbalance, no harmony, didn't make the right choices, and they're going to be getting some consequences for their bad behavior, bad choices. It was their way or the highway. It was all one-sided. If it's a false contract, well, yeah, you're not taking on these people's burdens. You're not burdened. They're going to have to drop this, or they're going to get dropped here. Yeah, justice is here. You're unburdened. Justice is here. It's going to bring you less. You don't have the burdens that they wished upon you. That's what I'm thinking. Something went wrong. If it's a contract, something went wrong. I was picking this up, so now it's back in my head. So it might have something to do with this. It might not. Somebody has a false contract. They could have forged your name, but fucked up and signed their own first name. Or misspelt your name. Some red flags were going off here. So justice is here to bring this balance. 6 of Wands. Yeah, this is victory, success, reward, recognition. Something's being played out publicly, potentially. Or this will be public. It might be on the news. It could be a famous person, you know, in the arts or something like that. You're getting your flowers. Take a bow. But this is also potentially they lied on very important papers, which is perjury. Or they lied on the stand, on public record, okay? There's proof and evidence of something of what was taking place here. They underestimated you. They were harvesting from you, seeing how much more they can get out of you, waiting for something, or they kept you waiting. They definitely underestimated you. Death. There's proof and evidence. Something's over. They may have wanted to unalive you. You are the Phoenix Rising. They underestimated you. So there's a backfire. This is bad news. Something stops suddenly. They can't move forward with something any longer. Somebody could be sick. No truth or clarity. Somebody's unhappy here. They don't want this getting out. They could have said on public record that you're no longer here. They could have doctored a death certificate for all we know. It could be death, life insurance. Oh boy, Page of Wands. No communication, bad news. Somebody lied. They threw rocks and hit hands. They felt entitled. They're a drama starter. Juvenile. There could be a loss of a child or a younger person. 7 of Cups. People are seeing through the illusions here. Okay, all that glitters isn't gold. Running out of options. So maybe they were trying to dry up your money. They paid people to walk away from you. It could be work, friend, family, whatever, love. Running out of options. They're feeling ashamed of themselves. Star in reverse. They don't want your star to shine. They're in their south node, okay? They have no spiritual protection. They have no faith, and they're losing hope. They could be very sick or injured. Devil in reverse. People are seeing through the illusions. Okay, you peeped their game. You saw their game. You distanced yourself from these people. They can't bind you, or this is a non-binding contract. You're not in devil energy. You're not toxic. You're not karmic. They can't pull strings any longer. They can't puppeteer you. People are detaching from this. This is not wish fulfillment. They can't control you in whatever capacity this is. Partnership, okay? You have no addictions. You have no codependency issues or obsessions within a partnership. You whatever this is, wherever you are in life, you're very harmonious. You're at peace. Somebody wants to partner up with you, or it's clear and evident that after you distanced yourself, there's a partnership here that really wanted to harm you. Somebody wanted to be you potentially, or they were partying a lot, or somebody was very smug, full of themselves, selfish, and know-it-all, and a show-off. And if this is a partnership in business or marriage or whatever, friends, somebody's losing their position. They could be getting demoted. This is not wish fulfillment. This is a fall from grace. Somebody's in their emotions. They use emotions to get their way, male or female. They have hidden addictions, or this is what they claimed about you. You're not wish fulfillment. Blah, blah, blah. They're superficial, shallow, and selfish, okay? Very karmic and toxic. They blackmail people emotionally. They don't care who they hurt, and they come off very needy. Type of person that can't be by themselves. You know, the type of person that would never get on a bus or take a walk down the street by themselves. They always have to have somebody dragging them around, driving them around. They can't speak for themselves. You tell them. You know, that I've known a lot of people like that. No independence whatsoever. It's because they're lazy. You know what I'm saying? They're always wearing a mask. They got lots to hide. Yeah, they're coming in with a cup of love. Or friendship. Now they want to be friends. Or somebody who's being supported off this money. Yeah, they're going to be... They could be very jealous that somebody's coming in to give you some flowers here. They could be in their emotions. This is self-love. You're being supported. You're being somebody, wherever you are, you're loved. This is new love, true love coming in maybe. Somebody was very jealous. You have a new beginning. You're very blessed. They were doing love spells. Somebody wants to come back in. They're trying to butter you up. Secrets are coming out now. They're talking mad shit about you. This was unwise counsel. There was a third-party situation, or they want to come in and reconcile with you for some reason. Butter you up. You know what I'm saying? This could be doing magic with it. They're trying to avoid a tower moment. So they want to come back in. Reconcile with you. Be all happy-go-lucky yet again. Pretend they love you. They want a new beginning with you. But you already know the score. Yeah. That's the point. They're looking for a place to stay. They're already married. Something to do with the business, a home, family. You're stable and secure. You've avoided whatever they tried to do to you. 10 of Cups. They try to scapegoat you. This is the end of a family or a group. Somebody's not happy here. Somebody has addictions, obsessions. They went to extremes, inappropriate behavior. There's no reconciling, no conflict resolution. There's no peace, harmony, or contentment. Somebody's very impatient. 10 of Pentacles, they stole a lot of money. This could be an inheritance, life insurance, could be anything. It's family discord. Could be a whole family or a group that's got addictions. Or they all said you had addictions and you were crazy to get this money. You're going to lose everything. They're going to lose everything. This is unfair and unbalanced, whatever they did to you. It's over. Ending a cycle to begin a new one. Could be stealing money online as well. But lessons learned. Okay? Truth. This is a breakthrough. There we go. New beginnings. You're going to be taking action here. Okay? There's going to be some communication online coming through. An apology. You're innocent. Page of Cups. Or it could be a younger person, a child even. Somebody was flirting with you, or they have a crush on you, or you're using your intuition. Somebody bore false witness against you. They didn't give you some sort of money that they should have given you. Somebody made, this could be divination abuse as well, but this is somebody didn't want to learn their lessons, didn't want to put the work in, disrespectful and lazy. They're in debt. They can't make a payment. Lazy, immature. They don't want to learn their lessons. They want to apologize for being 9 of Pentacles. They wanted a life of luxury off your back. Somebody's unstable, or they bore false witness against you so they could make some sort of money off of this, or wanted you in debt or something, wanted you to appear unstable. They don't want to be alone. They can't pay their bills on their own. Somebody's greedy and selfish, codependent, clingy, and very unstable and insecure. This could have been a financial crime. They're worried. They can't eat or sleep. 9-9, if this resonates. They're very burdened because they betrayed you, or they feel betrayed. I don't know. Maybe some of their people betrayed them, but this is a harsh and painful end. The worst is over. It's ending of a cycle. Yep. Rejected and abandoned, feeling sorry for themselves. They're pouting. They're moping. People don't want anything to do with them. Wow. Bored and dissatisfied with life. So, why did you do this? People are going to ask these people or this person. Oh, I don't know. I'm just bored. They wanted the fast people, the fast life. They wanted to get there quick, right? They're blocked. They don't have a contingency plan. They don't know what to do. They're stuck waiting. They wanted you stuck waiting, maybe. Eight of Pentacles, they lost their job. Whatever they tried to do, it didn't work. Maybe if it has anything to do with work, they're not qualified. They don't have the qualifications. They could have lied. You know what I'm saying? Whatever tapestry they were trying to weave, well, it's all unraveling here. There we go. Page. If you're working online, it's something to do with online, or they're being investigated, or they're under surveillance. This is delayed communication from afar. This is news you don't want to hear. Somebody's going to say, I stand on the truth. Or they're trying to suppress the truth. But somebody's learning something here. They're watching. Watching. Who's watching? Who's spying? Whoever this is doesn't have much room to move around here, okay? The truth is the truth. They want to come back. They have to cut their losses. Eight of Cups in reverse. They knew this was a losing proposition. They did it anyway. Somebody was very, very emotionally immersed in this, okay? They're digging in their heels. They refuse to move on. This is corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority. It could be of a shit father, shit boss, and or leader. They wanted power and control. They're in their ego. It's all about their image and what money can buy or how they appear in front of people. If they had authority, they abused it and lost it. This is a bully and a tyrant. Very distorted. Knight of Swords. Committing crimes. Abusive. This was recklessness. And they're being investigated. Wow. Shining a light on this. They could be alone in isolation because nobody wants anything to do with them right now. You knew it all along, I just heard. Some of these people that were involved with this person knew about it or sensed it, but didn't do anything, didn't take any practical approach, didn't report it. So these people are going to go down too. They're going to be held liable, whether you work online or not, whatever this is, okay? I'm sorry it's very unclear yet. Hangman. Try to sacrifice you, keep you stuck, struggling. Maybe you've been struggling for a long time. You could have had a better life. Meanwhile, they had your money. They had something that was yours. It was a waste of time. They're trying to delay something. They don't want to let go. Five of Cups. Parting ways. Grieving and regretting. Crying over spilled milk, right? You're still standing on your own. In your power. You go your own way, male or female. You're unafraid. You're bold. Charismatic. Confident. Sure. A creator. A leader. And you're divinely protected. And you're going to tell somebody about themselves should they try to tell you about yourself. Somebody could have sclerosis. That looks like a spine in this equation. Somebody's got all twisted over this. Judgment. You made the right choice here. They're under divine judgment. This is a wake-up call for somebody. They have to take accountability. Dun-da-da, that trumpet's been sounded. People are trying to save their asses now. A judgment's been rendered. Yep, they're in debt. This is unfair. They can't play games anymore. Unbalanced. Somebody's being inspired to take some sort of action, or this is a player energy, or they did something too hastily without thinking, knee-jerk reactions. Somebody's very flighty by the seat of their pants. They're in their ego. Could be in their lust as well if it's a relationship. But this is wanting power and control. They wanted to overcome you, overpower you, dominate you, but you're too strong. They could be in their emotions right now, drinking. They were very malicious, reckless, and cruel, careless, male or female. Somebody could be drinking right now and in their feelings. They can't control their feelings or their outbursts. They're going to have to open up and tell the truth. Somebody's very emotionally manipulative, unavailable, and immature, self-serving, and self-absorbed. Nine of Wands, getting let go. They're going to get let go. If they have to let go of this, they're giving up. They're angry. They're scared. They wanted your guard to go down. You let go of this narcissist, male or female, King of Swords. Somebody has no authority. It could be some sort of hitman and or some professional that's not very professional, if you know what I'm saying. They're a user, abuser, cold calculating, and cruel and very abusive. They have no authority. It's self-serving. It's all for them. They don't care about anyone else. It's just one big fat fucking liar. People are turning cold on this person and letting this person go. This person could have psychological problems. I'm not a doctor or therapist, but it could be a narc. It could be worse than a narc, okay? So just be careful. They could potentially be dangerous. So truth is coming out, okay? This is a wake-up call. Balance is being restored. They're under divine judgment. You know the truth. You've been speaking your truth all along. There's an investigation, finding out. You have a lot of spiritual strength backing you up, and they didn't expect that. You're on your own. This could be a lot of people coming up after you, and you are all on your own. What's that say? Something to do with a commitment, oath, agreement, pledge, promise. And this is change, transformation, newborn, evolution. Somebody misses you, miss, wait, and eager, or they wanted you missing them and waiting. Silence. Keep silent, coercion, and hint. So maybe if someone in the equation wants to talk to you, I don't know. They have to keep silent because there is an investigation. Most times when there's an investigation, people can't talk, okay? So this is broken dreams, not working as planned, beginning to lose all hope. Keep the faith and don't give up. So if that's you, don't give up, okay? If it's them, well, they better give up because it's not their dreams. Maybe they wanted your dreams, you know what I'm saying? Half-hearted, not really into what you do, no motivation to change. Find your joy, invest in yourself. So nothing's changed with these people or the situation, so I think that's what you've done. I'm picking up some of this is in the past. I think you're finding your stride. You're finding out where you belong in life, what you belong doing, what brings you pleasure and peace. And certainly not this. Okay? Again, I'm sorry. I don't know. You go different ways for different people. That's why I'm saying like these are general collective readings. They're not personal. It could be family. It could be friend. It could be love. It could be work. Okay? So for everybody, it's going to resonate differently. Only take what resonates and what you already know about and leave the rest. Okay? Angels, how are we ending this, please? So Two of Swords, indecisive. See, it could be in the reverse too. Seeing with clarity what's going on here. Letting go. NEL 37, Wheel of Fortune. God, Lord of all virtues, breaking the circle, lifts opposing barriers and brings victory. They were trying to slow you down or take your destiny or take what's yours in one way or the other. They're gold diggers and cloud chasers. Whatever they were going for, it wasn't meant for them. Okay? We have to follow our own paths, not somebody else's, or else all hell will break loose. Okay? Ten of Pentacles, a lot of money here. It could be family, it could be a corporation. Manadel, 36, that's 9, investigating. Could be a corporation that's being investigated, or they're hiring, getting investigators to investigate this situation. The Honorable God, inner and outer work, helps one keep their job and protects against disasters. The World could be online. Something's ending a cycle, ending a cycle to begin a new one. This is victory. You're very protected as well. Or this could be on the news. You could be out in the public eye. You could be online somewhere. The World. Damabia, 65, that's 11. In tarot, that's justice. God, the source of wisdom. Fountain of wisdom, gives success in all ventures. Congratulations. And Knight of Wands. Somebody was trying to hijack your Wheel of Fortune. Okay? Your destiny. They wanted to go for a ride on your Wheel of Fortune. Ha-ha-wea. 24 is 6. It could have been a third party. It could be a contract. A decision's been made and rendered. You need to bring back balance to a situation. You might be going towards a higher level soulmate. Might not, might. It obviously could be something to do with contract, okay? So just hypothetically, there could be a contract. It could be a will. Somebody tried to place their name on the will. You know what I mean? Trying to hijack what's yours. God, the good in himself. Protection, prevents discovery of secret crimes and saves exiles. Thank you, Spirit. So something like this has been happening before. It's happened before. Not your situation, maybe it's happened to you before. They've done it more than once. Maybe more than one will, if it's a will or life insurance. Something like that, or business. But they've done this more than once, maybe to you or other people. Unbelievable. 5 of Swords. Willing to do whatever it takes to win, but this is embarrassing and disgraceful. They're going to have to let this go. 62 is 8. They're in their ego, wanting power, dominance, right? God, the highest being. Desire to know, the acquisition of wisdom. Somebody in the equation may want to know how you knew. God. Yeah, they're greedy and selfish. They were holding back from you. They're trying to protect themselves. 6 yet again. Could be a third party. Who knows? Third party inserted themselves into whatever this is, right? Mizrael. God liberating the oppressed. Self-atonement. Cures mental illness. Deliverance from persecution. Hierophant. This is the divine. Stepping in. Higher power. It could be an institution. It could be a judge, a leader, a ruler. a belief system, a contract, or a marriage. Hear the sirens. Haziel, 9, is investigating. There's an investigator here. The merciful God, divine forgiveness, obtains friendship and favors of the great and secures promises. There's an investigation. I can't make this up. Finding out. Iabamia, 70. That's the chariot moving forward, overcoming. Word of God, creating all. This is the Grim Reaper. The time is up for whomever this is. They could have wanted to take you out, or they did take somebody out. I'm sorry if that's the story here, okay? Word of God, creating all. Alchemy and transformation. This is changing quickly, I just heard. Rules, natural events, and helps with spiritual progress. This is victory here. This is success, okay? 8 of Pentacles. You've mastered this. You've mastered yourself. This could be solely having to do with your work, your creations. All right, what's going to happen to these people? So this is a foe. It could be a female. There's a female on the card. Doesn't have to be. There's going to be a letter or some communication coming towards you about an ending here, a death of a younger woman. Okay? Or they could have said that you're no longer here if this is you. They need a certificate to prove this. How are they going to get the certificate? Maybe they had somebody in place that they were doing business with in the past, and this person, something happened to them. Maybe they left. You know what I'm saying? And so they don't have anybody to fill out these papers anymore. Could go different ways. Something to do with a journey, traveling. Could be a soul's journey. They were frivolous. They could have used some of your money to go travel the world. You know, pleasure seekers, frivolity. Again, the butterfly. I keep seeing these butterflies today. So there's transformation here. Congratulations. You could be a scholar or somebody's finding something out. Looking into it. Waiting. Somebody's going to find out that you were sitting here waiting for what's meant for you. They gaslit you. They stonewalled you. If it is money that's supposed to be coming towards you, you've been sitting here waiting. Yeah, very faithful person. Maybe you trusted this person, you're finding out different. Yeah, false. It's faithful. This person's going to come across like, I was faithful to you, blah, 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 blah. No, they're false, okay? They're going to prison. I'm really picking up, they're not going to come towards you. I think, yeah, they're in sorrow right now. Over a child, or they're childish. You're acting childish. Size. Yeah, they did this to a sweetheart. Something to do with a wedding, cheerfulness, and a soldier. Surprise, okay? Something to do with a home. So what I'm picking up here is somebody in the equation thought they could trust this person, and this person's just a bold-faced liar. It's all been lies, a pack of lies. I hope this helps. I hope you like the read, and until next time, take care.